Okay, moving on to question 3. Surface area of a cube is 150. What are the length of the side of the cube? So we have a cube. We can let the length be x. That's what they are asking us to solve. The surface area of a cube is just going to be 6 times the area of one face, because all faces has the same area. So the area of the right hand side, for example, will just be x times x. We get 6x squared. So now we can say 6x squared equals to the surface area, which is 150. And then now you just need to solve for x. We can divide both sides by 6 to get x squared equals 150 divided by 6 is 25. To find x, we can square root both sides, because square root and square, they cross each other out. So we get x equals to the square root of 25. And x equals to 5. That's the answer. The side length is 5 centimeters. Question 4. We have a rectangular prism. Has a length 4 times the width. So I'll let the width be x, then the length will be 4x. The height is half the width, so it will be 1/2 times x. If the width is 6, so x equals to 6, what is the surface area? Well, if x equals to 6, then this will be 6, and then 1/2 times x, so 1/2 times 6 will be 3, and 4 times 6 is 24. So using those dimensions, you should be able to find the surface area. So right and left will be 6 times 3 is the right hand side, and then times 2. So we get 36. Top and bottom. The bottom is 24 times 6 times 2. We get 288. And then front and back is 24 times 3 is the front piece, and then times 2. We get 144. So the total surface area is 36 plus 288 plus 144. And the answer is 468 centimeters squared. If the sum of the edges in a cube is 84, what is the surface area of the cube? So again, we'll just let all of these be x. Edges in math means these lines. So that's 1 edges, 2 edges, 3 edges, 4 edges. That's 4. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's another 4. And then finally at the bottom we have 4 more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in total there are 12 edges. So I can say 12 times x, because each edge has a length of x, equals to 84. That's what we were told. The sum of all the edges is 84. Now I can find x. Just divide both sides by 12. I get x equals 7. Now using the formula in question 3, the surface area of a cube is really just 6 times the area of a face. We should get 6 times the area of one face is 7 times 7. Right? If these two are both 7, then 7 times 7 will give you the area of the right hand side. So 6 times 7 times 7, we get 294. And this will be in centimeters squared. Question 6. Rectangular prism has a square base. So this is a square. Square base. And a height that is twice the base length. So if the base length is x, then the height will be 2x. If the sum of the edges is 48, what is the surface area of the rectangular prism? So again, just need to count these edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's ax because each one has a length of x. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, the edges that are standing or vertical. So that's 4 times 2x. Because each edges, the vertical ones or the standing one, has a length of 2x. So we have ax plus ax, but that's 16x. We were told that 16x equals to the sum of all the edges is 48. So now we divide both sides by 16. We get x equals to 3. Now I can redraw this diagram. After knowing that x is 3, I can say these are 3 and then 2x, so 2 times 3 is 6. With this new diagram, I can find the surface area. So I can do top and bottom. Will just be 3 times 3 times 2. That's 18. You know, all the side areas are the same. They are all 6 times 3. 6 times 3, 6 times 3, and then same with the left-hand side and the back. So I can just do 6 times 3 times 4 here. 72. The total surface area equals to 18 plus 72. We get 90. So that's 90 centimeters squared. Question 7. Rectangular prism has a length 4 times the width. Rectangular prism. If the width is x, the length is 4x because it's 4 times. And the height half the width, so the height is 1/2 x. If the surface area is 52, what is the width? So we were told the surface area is 40 or 52. We're trying to find the width here. Okay, so I can say that the top and bottom is just 4x times x times 2. We can multiply the coefficient. 4 times 2 is 8, and then x times x is x squared. So that's the total surface area for top and bottom. The right-hand side and the left-hand side is going to be x times 1/2 x times 2. This is the right piece, x times 1/2 x, and then we times it by 2. Same idea, we multiply the coefficient. Half times 2 is just 1. So usually we don't even write out the 1. I'm going to erase it afterwards. And then x times x is x squared. So just 1x squared. I don't need the 1. And then front and back. This piece right here will be 4x times 1/2 x. So 4 times 1/2 is 2. X times x is x squared. So the total surface area is going to be ax squared plus x squared plus 2x squared. And that gives us 11x squared, right? You just add the coefficient. A plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11. So 11x squared. And this 11x squared equals to 52. That's what we were told. So we can divide both sides by... I just want to double check that I've done everything correctly. Yeah, I did something wrong. I forgot to times this by 2 for the front and back. So that should be 4x. That's 4. And that becomes 13. Okay, so now we can divide both sides by 13. So you get x squared equals to 4. And we can square with both sides. So you get x equals to 2. So that's the answer. The width equals to 2 centimeters. Question 8. If the edges of a box are double in height, what happens to the surface area? So we can do an experiment. We can calculate the surface area of 2 boxes. I'm making it a square base box, so I'll just let both of these be 1 and the height will be 2. For the other one, we are going to double all the length of the edges. So to double my base length from 1, it becomes 2, and then the height from 2, it becomes 4. I just double the length. So now I can find the surface area. The surface area will be top and bottom, so 1 times 1 times 2, plus the side area, they are all 1 times 2. Each piece is 1 times 2, and then I can times it by 4, because I have 4 front, back, left, right. Those are the side area. And I get 10 here. For the other one, same idea, the top and bottom is 2 times 2 times 2. So the bottom piece is just 2 times 2, and then I times it by 2 because there is top and bottom. And then for the side area, they are all 4 times 2, and then I can times it by 4. There's front, back, left, and right. And that gives me 8 plus 4 times 2 times 4. That gives me 40. So therefore, the surface area is 4 times greater when we double the side length, right? It has gone from 10 to 40, so it's 4 times greater. I got 40, I got 4 times by just doing 40 divided by 10. That's how I got the 4 times. And that's the answer. That's all you have to do. Just make some assumption and then make a logical conclusion. Moving on to question 9. This time the edges of a box are triple in length. What happens to the surface area? So this time, instead of using a rectangular prism, I'm going to use a cube. It should also work because a cube is also a box. So we want to triple the length this time in this cube. So I can say surface area is going to be 1 times 1, which is area of one face. And then in a cube, all the faces are the same. We have 6 of them, so we just multiply by 6. For the other one, the area of one face is 3 times 3, and again we have 6 faces. So this will be 9 times 6, 54. And then 54 divided by 6 is 9. Therefore, the surface area is 9 times greater. So in question 8, when the side length is double, is 2 times as much, so the surface area is 4 times as much. In question 9, when the side length is 3 times as much, the surface area is 9 times as much. So what we can say is the surface area is really just 2. So this is 2. It's really just 2 square times as much. Because 2 square is 4, right? And in question 9, when the side length is 3 times as much, the surface area is really just 3 square times as much. Because 3 square is 9. So that's the pattern that we can use to answer question 10. When the side length is n times as much, the surface area will just be n squared times as much. So the answer for 10 is going to be n squared times greater. Okay, that's the end of 3.2. I will see you in 3.3.